Hello and welcome back to part 2 of this video. I think I ended the period one, part 1. If you haven't seen it, please, you want to just check my links on YouTube and view that before you view the part 2. I ended by mentioning that young men are exposed to porn content from the age of 12. So I've got my little notes again that I've made, which I'll just be looking at. And to support that statement, there's a survey that said 51% of male students and 32% of female students viewed porn before their teenage years. So all of this survey, we have 71% of teens hide online behavior from their parents. 1 in 5 youth pastors use porn regularly and they struggle with it. So it is a struggle. 57% of teens search porn monthly. And another 2016 study on Canadian adolescents showed that 45.3% of them, of the men, young men, admitted to a problem of erectile function. In fact, there is a report from a lady called Naomi Wolf, who talked to several young people on uni campuses. And here is what she said in a report that she wrote. She said, the young women who talk to me on campuses about the effect of pornography on their intimate lives speak of feeling that they can never measure up, that they can never ask for what they want, and that if they do not offer what porn offers, they cannot expect to hold a guy. Regarding the young men talk about what it is like to grow up learning about sex from porn and how it is not helpful to them in trying to figure out how to be with a real woman. And so for the first time in human history, the image's power and allure have supplanted that of real naked women. Today, real naked women are just bad porn. So that is a report done on a university campus, young people who are starting out in life. So once we start to engage so much in this from a young age to our teen age, to the youth, to our early 20s, it affects us, it affects our relationships, because what we see as glamorous, as amazing, doesn't exist. Even the people who are involved in producing those contents themselves, in their real lives and in their real sexual lives, trust me, is not as glamorous as what they portray in these movies. So we have to admit there is a problem, it is affecting us, and as addictive as it is, we have to fight against it. We have to try and reject it. So what is the problem that all this causes? The problem is that, one, we actually as a society fail to see it as a problem. We fail to see the content that is produced, that its intent is to harm and not really to help or enhance any relationships. The other problem is that we see it as normal and we think it is harmless. Another problem is that couples think it is okay if they watch it together, sometimes to enhance their sex life. That's a problem. Another problem, we indulge in it and then we tend to enjoy it. And when we tend to enjoy it, it tickles and appears to satisfy our fantasies and all of our wild imaginations, making the unreal to appear real. And we already know that that is a problem. Another problem is that it objectifies and degrades the human body. It uses the human body more for entertainment. And I must admit that, in fact, it doesn't even satisfy and never satisfies. For that reason, it leads to addiction. And what is forbidden now becomes attractive and appealing, and we just seek more of that. Think about a child. When you tell a child, don't touch, that is when the child wants to touch. They're curious. The more weird, even in French, these films are called interdits. and 3D means forbidden. So when something is forbidden, we become curious and we want to find out more. So the effects of this are numerous. So it does arouse raw emotions in us. It gives us the desire to want to further explore all of these emotions and thoughts in us. It becomes enticing, luring, and addictive. It causes us to start having unrealistic expectations, which lead to dissatisfaction in our sexual life with our partners. It affects our finances. That's something we don't even realize, because each time you click on those links or buy the content, you're spending money. And what is happening? This company, this industry is growing because of you and I. It's become a multi-billion company because a lot of us indulge in it every now and then. It affects our intimacy and connectivity with our spouses and our partners. The reason I say this is because most men watch it alone, not really with their partners. And they shouldn't even be, whether they're by themselves or with their partners, even women. Another effect is that it disconnects people. It becomes obsessive. So the more you watch it, the bigger the fantasy to find sexual satisfaction. When you watch it, you seek an extension of what you feel in that moment of reality. I have to say at this point, I wish to thank a certain priest, Father Jonathan Mayer, that I watched on YouTube. He did a lovely homily about 4 years ago, where he was talking about the negative effect of pornography on marriage and family, and he was talking about the high percentage rate in divorce and how it is affecting even Christian marriages. And he explained his first exposure to porn content, and just giving his testimony made me realize, oh wow, we are all in this together, people. And once you fall on that content, somehow your curiosity gets the better of you and you want to see even more. That's why I thought it was important that I just share something. I am going to stop now and do a part 3, which is the final one, in which I'm going to conclude and give some suggestions as to how we can get ourselves out of this plague that is really killing relationships and marriages. Thank you, and please stay tuned. Thank you. Bye.